certain things we cannot have it there, so we do have it here. But of course, the modules are the same, only the environment is quite different.
Okay.
But where we are going to tomorrow is a bigger distillery than mine.
Okay.
Everything else is the same.
So, can you tell me more about the other plantation you have? There's a lot of trespassing.
Yeah.
What really happened there?
In the Koragansa.
Yeah.
Okay, the Agar plantation, started on a land which my late brother bought in the year 2000.
Okay.
And then that plantation was a former palm oil plantation. The trees, and when I started, when my brother passed away in 2007, 7 years later, his family, my sister-in-law and the children, asked me to go back to Koragansa to help them with the factory there. In Koragansa, they have one factory. It is called Mariwasa. That's a Filipino name. Mariwasa.
Yeah, Mariwasa.
Mariwasa, where my late brother made medals. All these investiture medals, honors and decorations for Malaysia and for foreign countries. So Mariwasa also owns that by virtue of him being the owner. I work with Mariwasa. I take care of the plantation as well. So from the year 2000 to 2009, the plantation was just an oil and palm oil plantation, not properly taken care of. And then there was the trees are too high. The trees were too high to be harvested.
Aqualaria.
The trees are 25 to 30 feet high. Already these are palm oil trees. So when I went to join the company in 2009, 2 years after my brother passed away, so we wanted to do something about the old plantation. So we bulldozed the entire land, all 87 acres. I think it's about 34 hectares, I think. We cleared off all the land, and then the land, so happened that the land is rich, rich in ferrous, rich in ferrum.
Yeah.
This laterite land, laterite soil, and we were lucky because a few cement companies wanted the laterite to add to their cement. So after the contractor cleared off the land, we got some income from the laterite, but the land is still ours. So after that, we didn't know what to do with it.
Laterite is a mineral from the soil.
Yeah, the mineral, natural mineral there. So when they started removing all the topsoil, just to take out to remove the topsoil, then to remove the laterite, and they took hundreds and thousands of lorries of laterite to the cement factories. After that, they left us with inhospitable subsoil, 5 to 10 feet of below subsoil, where we couldn't plant anything, because it's still hot soil, very inhospitable. And then we didn't know what to do with the land until the contractor who cleared off the land said, "Sir, why don't you plant Agarwood?" I said, "What is Agarwood?"
Oh, that's how you started.
2009, I get zero knowledge on Agarwood. And the gentleman said, this thing, the Chinese call it chen xiang, not kinam, chen xiang.
Not wood.
Not wood. The tree, the Agarwood tree in Chinese is called chen xiang. It is not known.
Wood is Arab. Okay.
So I said I didn't know anything about it. So I said, let's go do some homework. So we went a few places. We went to Kelantan, we went to Thailand, everything to learn.
Just the terminology. So oud is
oil.
Oud is Arabic name. Kainam is what?
Kinam is the top grade of Agarwood.
It's a Chinese name.
It is
Kainam?
a Vietnamese name.
Oh,
Kinam
Vietnamese name.
Kinam is the product of an Agarwood tree. It is the top of the notch Agarwood that formed from ancient trees. You won't find Kinam above the ground. Kinam is normally formed embedded deep in the ground, in ancient trees dying naturally on its own.
Kainam underground is underground.
That's where Kinam started. Because you see, the starting of Kinam was during the Vietnamese War. Okay? During the Vietnamese War, there were a lot of carpet bombings of the jungles in Cambodia and in Vietnam. So when during this carpet bombing, using napalm, using white phosphorus, using all sorts of heat incendiary, So it burnt all the trees above the ground, including the Agarwood trees, ancient Agarwood trees in the Vietnamese jungle. And then because of the stress from the heat, you know, the heat of napalm, the stress went deep into the ground. So whatever is left after all the trees, the foliage above the ground was burnt, what is left was stumps and roots. So all the heat has gone down, transmitted into the ground. The extreme heat in the ground caused the formation of kinam. You won't find kinam above the ground. So this kinam, over the half century or 1 century or so, it mixed together with what they call the forces of nature in the ground. What they call dirt, grime, iron, everything. It hardens, solidifies to become water sinking agarwood. It costs millions of ringgit.
Water sinking Agarwood.
Water sinking agarwood. Kinam is water sinking agarwood. It is the top class of agarwood in the agarwood realm. It is a product. It is a product actually. It's not a tree. It not be planted because it itself is fossilized agarwood. Fossilized, or what we call petrified agarwood, resulting from the forces from the heat from the ancient trees that died.
So there's three terminology.
Yeah.
Agarwood, Kinam, and then Wood.
Okay. All right. Kinam and wood are products. Kinam is the product of any resin producing tree.
Okay.
Be it Malacensis, Krasna, or Sinensis, ancient trees growing in the wild. Trees reaching hundreds of years old. There were three ways of how kinam is formed. One is by, like I said, carpet bombing, the extreme heat from the ground. Secondly, is from lightning strike. Lightning strike trees in the jungle, like you may break 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000 will form kinam. Third way is in lakes. In lakes, when man-made lakes, when they make dams, the water level arises, and then all the trees are underwater.
Submerged.
The pressure on the trees during the deterioration process will form kinam right deep in the water. That's another form of kinam. The other one, of course, when the trees die naturally. When ancient trees in the jungle dies naturally, gradually naturally, the stress on the death process, on the dying process forms kinam. But not every tree has kinam. Kinam can be produced by the tree, any of the resin producing trees, as I said, Malacensis, Krasna, or Sinensis. But the trees die naturally or being forced to die by extreme heat. So when people say, oh, this is a kinam tree, this is a kinam plant, that's what I say is nonsense. Because kinam is not a plant. It is a product. It is petrified agarwood. Petrified, or we call it solidified, or we call it fossilized agarwood. And people don't burn kinam normally. Kinam, they use it for medicine. Because we had some, just short of kinam, just one level below kinam, we had already. We sold about 2-3 pieces already. And I was selling at 500 ringgit per gram, or 500,000 ringgit per kilogram. That was the lower grade of kinam. But I don't have it here because we have sold some. So that is talking about kinam. Wood. Wood is the product from the agarwood tree. Wood is oil. Wood is the oil, but in the global agarwood market, there are two. Everywhere when you refer to wood, that means it's oil. But if you go to Saudi Arabia, there's another one more term, bahur. Bahur. There are two meanings. One, in Saudi Arabia, bahur means what they call a product from the dust. Post distillation dust, or a product from dust from the agarwood. In Kuwait, Qatar, Dubai, bahur means agarwood chips. In Saudi Arabia, they call it agarwood chips. In Qatar, Kuwait, and Emirates, they call it bahul. In our context here, bahul is what they call something like this. This is bahul. It comes from Agarwood dust. Okay? So then you know what is bahul, what is wood, what is chips. Chips are one of the two primary products from the tree. There are two primary products from the Agarwood tree. One is chips, and then the other one is oil. But the oil has to be extracted. It does not flow out of the tree. Because sometimes you notice all these people showing oil coming out from all the holes. It will never happen. Because the only thing that come out from the hole in trees are latex from other trees only, not Gaharu. Oil will never flow out from the holes like latex. Never. You know why? Because oil from inside the agarwood, before it reaches the hole, it will crystallize. It will crystallize to form agarwood. Okay? Tomorrow I will show you in a pictorial form how agarwood is formed.
So what's in the different varieties of Aqualaria or Lapnisan, what do you think is the most beneficial? I heard a lot of like Aqualaria malasensis has more oil and this and that, and other variety, the Krasna is a little bit different too. But if you're using like for burning,
from my personal experience or our personal experience over the past 16 years,
what's the best varieties?
Quality of oil in inoculated trees, you see, the quality of oil depends on the inoculum.
Okay.
The volume depends on the plant. Because you see, Malacensis, like Kumingiana, the taxonomy of the wood, it is very compact. It's compact. That's why the growth is slow. You see, Kumingiana and Malacensis has got a very slow growth. But the wood is one of the best.
Kumingiana and Malacensis.
Kumingiana and Malacensis. Sinensis. Sinensis, the wood is a bit loose. It is not as compact as the Malacensis, but the product is equally good. Only that Malacensis has got a strong smell, Sinensis has got a fleeting smell. But the DNA profile is the same. Another one is Agaloka from India. So these three species, and Sinensis from China, these 3 or 4 species, Malacensis, Agaloka, Sinensis, and also these 3 species, their DNA profile is the same. Only that the texture of the tree is different. And then we got other species. The best so far I know, the most oil we get is from Krasna. Oil you get from Krasna. The chips are thicker, and some can produce very very high quality chip, AAA, super grade. But then it all depends on the inoculum, not on the plant itself. The plant generally is the same. We have got 25 species, 17 produce resin. But from the 17, only 10 are being cultivated. The others are all, they know they produce resins from scientific research, but they are not cultivated. The only cultivated ones are Kumingiana, Filaria, and then you have Hirta, you have Beccariana, you have Malacensis, Sinensis, Subintegra, Krasna, and all that. And of course, in India, you have Walapata, Garinox Walapata. That's also
important. So, just talking about typhoon, because Philippines is located.
You're facing typhoon there.
Yeah. And nowadays, when I was young, in the Philippines, the typhoon, we have only signal number 1, 2, 3. Now, the signal now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's getting worse now.
Yeah, I know.
It's getting worse. So I feel bad that this is maybe part of El Nino or La Nina, because it's going to be exceeding what is normal.
Yes.
And like the rain is too much. One rainfall flood the unexpected area where it doesn't get flooded. Even when the wind hit, it destroy building who are intended to be typhoon resistant,
like
and even
to withstand earthquake, everything.
even earthquake. in the Philippines, we have the National Structural Code in the Philippines, and we have in every area, it was designed for seismic. So, but the earthquake is not, it's going beyond unexpected.
Exactly.
And even though it's properly reinforced, properly designed, buildings starting to fall down. It might be excessive earthquake. It might be the location is within the fault line, or it might be the building might be located in a liquefiable soil. Liquefiable soil might mean that the soil is a little bit of combination of soil and water, wherein it's just like a quicksand. It moved, so it's not firm. So when you step on a quicksand, your feet start to settle, and then when it sway. Like now the building is not designed to be more than that.
That's I also believe in this because our planet is very old right now. It's very old. Our Earth is very old. So this, if we talk about prophecy, if you believe in prophecy, which I do, we are nearing the end of times, you call it. Everything is just fitting in, the jigsaw puzzle is just fitting in right now. So it has been prophesied that we are the humans of the final of the end of times. When, we do not know. God only knows. But if you notice, the movement of the earth ever since time immemorial, there have been our tectonic shifts and everything. It's getting worse right now because you see, the Philippines archipelago is in the ring of fire.
Exactly, correct.
Right from Indochina right down to the Pacific Ocean down, you are in the ring of fire. I think you are the most exposed in the world.
And also all the heat down the earth, it goes down to the plates, and where it create volcanoes.
And you know that.
And in the Philippines, there's a lot of volcanoes, and that's where
the world's largest volcano is just under near Philippines. The world's largest underwater volcano, which is many times larger than Krakatoa. What they call Anaki.
I think they call it something like an Apulacay, which is an inactive volcano.
Inactive.
But
it's not extinct. It's a dormant.
Yeah,
the dormant volcano.
Inactive right now. But there's a crater that was built.
There is a crater,
and it was only discovered, I think 5 years ago.
All this while I had what I learned in geography last time. What they call the world's largest volcano can be in what they call in America, in the what they call National Park of America, isn't it?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It is just off the Philippines coast.
Just east side of the Philippines.
Just east of the Philippines. Dia punya underwater volcano is bigger than Krakatoa. Bigger, many times bigger, and it's just a matter of time. So we cannot blame. I said it's natural for tectonic shifts, and like you said, the winds are getting stronger because right now, so many things have been changing.
And
when
also,
I was there, that day I was in Biliran, I was taking a look around. We have 9 volcanoes around Biliran, around Biliran, Mem Roslin's, what they call, area alone. Mem Roslin is the vice governor of Biliran. I said, ma'am, you got 9 volcanoes in the vicinity. I know, is it?
And also,
dormant.
this is another thing too. The deepest trench.
Mariana Trench
is in the Philippines too.
It's also Mariana Trench.
It can submerge the Mount Everest.
Yes. Mariana Trench is deeper than the height of Mount Everest.
And it's I believe it was located along the fault line.
Yeah. The other fault line right now, the big one is San Andreas Fault, United States. San Andreas Fault, where California is. It's a matter of time before the whole thing slides into the ocean. Because from scientific studies, from seismic studies also, if San Andreas Fault falls into the Pacific Ocean, California, Los Angeles, and all Manhattan will be underwater. All the cities will be underwater.